Night City. Dark days of the data crash. Militech built itself a secret underground city within a city. Our city. That mysterious complex of underground bunkers, dusty storage rooms, and murky laboratories was where they forged a cybernetic weapon that could shift the course of history. Ha! You really believe that fairy tale? A secret military project right under our feet and under Arasaka's nose? Please! Just another urban legend, I say. But what if there is a grain of truth to every legend? Well, as always, stay tuned. Your man stands here with his finger on the city's pulse.
Lockdown on comms has been lifted. Headed to your location now. Show me with you.
She's here. She's alive.
Good. Take care of her. I'll meet that shortly. We'll save it yet.
So me.
B. It's good you're here. Second chance. I never really got it, did I?
Save your strength, Somi. Reed'll be here any second. You'll make it through.
No. They'll never let me go. I'm fading, V. Help me out.
Somi, I
tried on my own. Don't have the strength. Please. End it.
All right, Somi.
Thank you. And I'm sorry for everything.
Show me. We're too late on me.
Damn it, Reed. Sorry.
Yeah, so am I. We need to get her out of here.
Right.
Let's get moving.
Being awful quiet. Everything all right?
I think I'm all out of words for you.
What happened back there? Can tell it's eating at you. Want to talk about it?
You want to know what's eating at me? That I didn't get to her first. Ahead of you.
Reed.
It should have been me down there with Somi. Not you. I should have looked her in the eye. Heard her say she wanted out of life. I could have changed her mind.
Really think so?
To secure target.
Blaming yourself for her death because you think you had a say. Except you didn't. Not everything depends on you, Reed.
Clearly.
Reed.
FIA Special Agent Terry. I'll have our people take over the body.
No. V, could you carry Somi? Please.
I got her.
Place her here.
Take good care of her.
V, the president would like a word.
Rosalind?
V.
What'll happen to Somi now?
FIA Special Agent Song So-mi was killed in the line of duty. I'll make sure that's how she's remembered.
And how will you remember her?
As my failure. I could have done more for her, perhaps. Maybe all of us could have.
Song opted to die rather than fall into your hands. Know that, right?
Death is never the answer. I've seen too much of it already. Were I in her shoes, I would have chosen life.
Yeah, well, you weren't.
If I'm not mistaken, neither were you.
Fake smile, hollow phrases, patronizing tone. See why you keep getting reelected. Because at day's end, it's just politics to you, isn't it?
You'd be wise to remember who you're speaking to.
And who would that be exactly?
All right. I can't deny you tried to help her. Thank you for your service to the NUSA.
Rosalind, wait. Don't contact me again. Ever. That clear?
Contact who? This op never happened. Remember? Your compensation. We thank you for your service.
You all right?
We're all set to go.
She asked me once if I'd always be by her side when she fucked up. I said I wouldn't miss it for the world. She didn't believe me. Just smiled. Shook her head, but she wasn't buying it. Tell. Lost all my friends when you recruited me, she says. Now don't you become my enemy. That's all I ask. Was I a friend or an enemy? Fuck.
They were shit grounds hot. They were her choices, Reed. Her mistakes, not yours.
I should have seen the consequences before it was too late.
Well, she did. Knew them and came to terms with them.
I failed her.
You failed her. Probably not even the first time.
Thanks.
But that's also what saved her. She chose her own path. Not yours, not Myers.
Always her way, but a hot. Way. Fuck. I just didn't think there'd be a 400-foot drop at the end of it.
You know, Reed, got to know So-Mi about as well as you knew her. You ever want to talk?
I think it's high time you headed back to Night City. Show me. For what it's worth, I hope you're at peace.
Found out treasure.
You know, ever since the start of this feat.
Demons?
Tonight, some questions you better. How
You
Hey, for
did what So-Mi asked me to do. Why? Wrong call, you think?
With you on the decision itself, but still ain't gonna be me struggling to sleep, thinking maybe there was some way to save the chick.
Not helping, Johnny.
Not making, but thinking about why I went AWOL during the war. Think, 'cause I know just one, unlike me, he's.
Thought you and Reed had a lot in common. You did everything you could to save her.
Guess I was never.
Yeah?
Does it matter?
Gotta keep.
I'll start by. Already know I'm gonna fucking hate what I see. All right.
You know what? Glad we talked, Johnny. You've changed.
For better or worse?
Guess we'll find out. Come on, let's go.
Finally.
Look out!
Got a few questions about.
I know it.
Hey,
Drop by.
so biochip.
Why Militech of all things?
Someone recently spilled about some classified tech they have. Kind that could, you know, cure me. The kind of neural matrix that. This
Read the scream sheets. Anything from beyond the black. Then again,
was thinking.
have
Lockdown on comms has been lifted. Headed to your location now. Saw me with you?
She's here. She's alive.
Good. Take care of her. I'll be there shortly. We'll save her yet.
So me.
V. It's good you're here. Second chance. I never really got it, did I?
Ain't over yet. Just hold out a little longer.
You know, that's not true. I see it on your face.
So me.
I'm fading, V. Help me out.
So me.
I tried on my own. Thank you. And I'm sorry.
Show me. Which...
So me chose to die. Had every right to do so. Her last wish. I honored it.
She saw no other way out.
Face it, Reed. There was...
We need to get her out of here.
Right.
Let's get moving.
Being awful quiet. Everything all right?
I think I'm all out of words for you.
What happened back there? Can tell it's eating at you. Wanna talk about it?
You wanna know what's eating at me? That I didn't get to her first. Ahead of you.
Reed.
It should have been me down there with Somi. Not you. I should have looked her in the eye. Heard her say she wanted out of life. I could have changed her mind.
Really think so?
Stand by to secure target.
It's no one's fault, Reed.
Stop. Just stop.
Somi chose this path. Nothing was gonna change that.
Shame will never know if there's any truth to that.
Choice wasn't yours to make, Reed. Wasn't your fault.
Step out of the vehicle, please.
Hey, don't worry. Plan to stick with you till the end, all right?
Please step out of the vehicle.
Reed?
FIA Special Agent Terry. I'll have our people take over the body.
No. V, could you carry Somi?
I got her.
Place her here.
Take good care of her.
V, the president will like a word.
What's up, guys? My name is Ace, and welcome back to another Gun Guide. This is the series where I go into great detail with all of the stats as well as some excellent attachment combinations for every gun in Modern Warfare 3.
Won't shake your hand,
and in today's
Myers.
episode, we're finally getting into
Not
the
after
marksman
all
rifle
this.
Surely if there's any blame to lay here, it would be at your feet.
category, and
Not
we're going to start
mine.
it off with the KVD Enforcer. And starting it off as always, let's get into our damage profile. And with this gun, it's actually a 2-shot kill at any range.
So what happens
as long
now?
as you're hitting upper torso or
We say our goodbyes. You'll return to your life in Night City.
arm shots.
I trust
whereas
you'll
if
find
you
more
are mixing in
success
too many
there
leg
than
or
you did
lower
in
torso
Dogtown.
shots, it will end up being a 3-shot.
Did what I had to do. Don't regret a thing.
Additionally, and I'd say
Conscience
most
couldn't be
importantly
clearer.
when it comes to the damage of this gun, we deal
Maybe you can tell me
154
what that
damage
feels
to the
like
head
someday.
in the maximum damage range, and therefore, it's a
Here's what I
one-shot
do
kill
know.
to the head in the maximum damage range.
You can only fool
which, by the way, is
yourself
pretty
for so
impressive,
long.
but we'll look at that in a little bit. First, let's have a look at our rate of fire, which is quite slow at 231 rounds per minute. But what this means is even
Liked
with
you
a
better when I was
two-shot
ripping
kill
that
to the
tracker out of you, Nick. You were just... you then.
I'm still me. And the
body,
president.
you kill in 260 milliseconds, which is a
How could I
great time to
forget?
kill in this game. That's going to
You'd
compete
be
with most of the
wise to
SMGs in
remember
this
who
game
you're
up close.
speaking to.
And remember, we
And
have
who
an
would that be
infinite
exactly?
two-shot kill potential as long as you're hitting upper torso shots. So even at really long ranges, you can kill in
All right.
260 milliseconds,
I
which is
can't
going to
deny you tried
dominate
to help
most
her.
of the guns in this game.
Thank you.
Additionally, of course, we do
for
have
your
a 0
service to
millisecond
the
time to kill
NUSA.
potential if we shoot them in the head in that maximum damage range. And speaking of ranges, let's have a look at that.
Rosalind,
and as you can
wait.
see, that max...
And? My reward? Remember being promised some help.
You were promised assistance for bringing So-Mi in alive. In fact, we should charge you. But the federal government isn't petty.
Damage range is 47 meters, which is incredible. That's going to cover the vast majority of gunfights that you'll tend to find on the 6v6 maps in this game.
Think I know how you're feeling, Reed.
Game. And like I said, that's the range at which we're able to get a one-shot kill to
We're
the
all
head.
set to go.
Additionally, our bullet velocity is great at 800 meters per second. And now let's have a quick look at
She
hardcore.
asked
And
me
it's no
once if
surprise
I'd
that this
always
gun
be
is going to
by
be
her
a
side when
one-shot
she
kill
fucked up.
anywhere in the body at any range in
I said I
hardcore game
wouldn't
mode.
miss it for the world.
After that, let's get into our hip fire, which is horrible. I
She
mean,
wouldn't
most of the
believe
marksman rifles are pretty bad when
Just
it comes to
smiled.
this. And the
Shook
KVD
her
enforced
head, but she
hip
wasn't
firing
buying
with
it.
this gun. Non-existent
Tell.
on this gun.Avoidable. And then let's get into recoil,
Lost
and
all
the
my
recoil
friends
is
when you
basically
recruited me.
non-existent on this gun. Well, technically
Why
there
don't
is
you become
recoil,
my
but since the
enemy?
rate of fire is quite slow,
That's all I
the gun will
ask.
almost perfectly recenter every single time between shots, no matter how
Was I
fast
a
you try to
friend
spam
or an
it,
enemy?
which gives you a recoil
Fuck.
plot that looks more like a dot, and that little bit of variance that you're seeing there is actually more so the idle sway than the recoil values themselves. So if you want to make this gun more accurate, focus on idle sway more than recoil. As for handling stats, our in-house speed is actually quite impressive, 234 seconds. However, our sprint fire time is extremely slow, especially our tactical sprint fire time. This is about 430 milliseconds, which is painfully slow, and you definitely don't want to get your reload in. And then finally, for the base stats of the KVD Enforcer, let's have a look at our movement speeds, and our base movement speed is actually a little bit...
Reed, I know that shit ground's fucking hot. I know you'd probably rather not hear this now, but maybe becoming her enemy was the sole way you could save her. Risked everything. Both of
bit
you.
above average for marksman rifles. However, our sprint movement speed, slightly slow mobility, this gun's not great as I've got for you guys with this gun.
Yeah, we
And the
both
first
have
one
to
I
pay
want to
the
share
price.
is my accuracy build. And the key with this build is to actually cut
I
down
failed
on
her.
idle sway more than anything. Because like I said, when we looked at the recoil for this gun, it perfectly recenters every time when you're firing at the maximum fire rate. And any of that variance
You
you're seeing is
failed her.
actually coming
Probably not even the first time.
Thanks.
But that's also what saved her.
from the
She
idle
chose
sway
her own
itself.
path.
And while you can
Not
hold your
yours,
breath with
not
this
Myers.
marksman rifle, generally
Always her
speaking, it's
way
not worth
or
taking
the
the time to
highway.
do that unless you're really trying to line
Fuck.
up that perfect headshot on somebody
I just
that's on a
didn't
head
think there'd be
glitch
a
or something.
400-foot drop at
Instead,
the
I'd
end of
recommend just building for idle sway,
know,
which is
Reed.
what we're doing with this build.
Got
So
to
with this
know
one, we've got the
So-Mi about
cast
as
10
well as you know her.
584mm mod barrel,
You ever
the
wanna
FSS
talk?
Shark Fin 90 underbarrel to help a little bit with idle sway with no downsides attached to it. We also have the Brace LS rear grip, and this one is a key here because not only does this very significantly cut down on idle sway, it also drastically improves our flinch
I think it's high
resistance.
time you
And
headed
that
back
is
to
an
Night
area
City.
you have to be aware of with marksman rifles because you see a lot more flinch with marksman rifles compared to most of the other guns in the game. And if you're really trying to line up that perfect headshot, flinch will very often throw you off target. After that, we have the Exotac stock, and then finally we've got the Corio Eagle's Eye 2.5x optic. just because I like having a little more precision with this sort of build, so I can use it at slightly longer ranges and I can really line up that perfect headshot a little bit better than I could with my typical optic, which is the Mark III reflector. And as you can see, our idle sway is almost eliminated, so you never actually have to hold your breath with this, and you can really see how that translates to the recoil plot. There is basically zero deviation. It's almost a perfect dot when firing a full magazine into the same spot. However, our aim down sight speed is very noticeably slower at 327 milliseconds, and our sprint out time is also noticeably slower, and it's already quite slow by default. So these two areas really solidify the fact that this gun is designed purely for hanging back and picking people off. You don't want to be caught sprinting at all with this setup. But to go along with this, our range values are increased by 24%, so our one-shot headshot potential with this build is now 58
hands. 8 fucking men saw Myers at the border yourself.
8 meters, which
a
is
human
amazing.
Suit with something
and our bullet
inhuman
velocity
buttoned
is
up in
improved a
her
little bit
skin.
as well at 901 meters per second.
Think
So
Gary the
overall, this
Prophet
setup
might have
is
been right.
excellent if you just want to hang back a little
Myers
bit,
being a
lock down
reptilian.
lanes, and
Ha,
pre-aim
better
common
at
pieces of
techno
cover because you can just pick those headshots off
One
very
thing's
easily.
for sure.
As for the next
You
one I've got for you guys,
unfucked a
this one's
mess
designed to be
without
much more
getting too
versatile.
fucked in the process.
While still maintaining a lot of that accuracy, and this is my Stealth V1 build,
Not
because I
helping,
also
Johnny.
have a different version of this build that I wanted to share after this. But with this one, we're using the
Not
Cas 7
making your
integrated
life
suppressed
any
barrel, so we're staying off the
easier, I
radar,
know.
we get a massive range boost and massive bullet velocity boost with this as well. We're using the DR6 handstop to help a little bit with our handling.
But
We are
thinking
once again
about
using that Brace
Songbird,
LS rear grip to
Reed.
help with not only our idle
Finally
sway
starting to
significantly,
see
but
why I
also our
did all
flinch
the shit I
resistance.
did.
So that's quite important here. We then have the Ivanov wood stock, and then finally the Mark III reflector.
Why I went
And
AWOL
with this
during-
particular setup, you can see there's still
Think-
very little idle
'cause I know
sway,
it's
slightly
time.
more than the previous build, but still very little idle
I'm-
sway, so you can be quite accurate and pick those headshots off quite easily. This also means that, once again, there's essentially zero recoil with this gun. And when it comes to our aim down sight speed, it's still noticeably slower than the
Except when
base,
it comes
but
to
it's
being
not
blinded by
not
ideals, well,
on that slower
can skin
handling,
that cat a
but it's not
dozen
so
different ways. You did
slow
everything
that
you
it's
could to save
unusable
her.
on those small maps.
why
However,
he'll
like I said, I have a
eventually
different
accept her being
version
gone.
of this build that's really similar to this build, but just slightly different.
you.
And this one's geared
Guess I
much
was
more
never
toward
chasing
aggression
ideals.
and those
Not
smaller
really.
maps. So we do make some
Life.
sacrifices in order to
That's
gain
what
better
I was
handling.
running
And with
from.
this, we're once again using that Cas 7 integrated suppressed barrel,
Still
the
running?
DR6 handstop, the Mark III reflector, the
Does it
Ivanov wood
matter?
stock. However, the
still
one key
breathing.
change here is we
Sort
have
of.
dropped that Brace
Just
LS
don't
rear
know what
grip.
the fuck for. No. No. Forbid.
Guess what?
No, finally.
V, it's been quite some time. What can I do for you?
Was told I could count on your help with the behavioral circuit.
Mm-hmm. I did receive.
Okay, waiting.
Usually, I don't ask customers what they want to do with the tech they bring me. And I will also not ask this time. But this comes from a place that should probably be buried under a fat layer of concrete. The algorithms that run this circuit. I have seen the like long, long ago. You should not let Netwatch catch you with this. I'm serious.
Oh, I'll be careful. Thanks.
Here for a pickup.
How's this work?
But if
Another chatty construct. Guess you'll have to get in line.
I wasn't sure you'd show. Grab a seat. We need to talk.
Grave look on your face isn't reassuring. Snipers perched somewhere? FIA picking off witnesses?
Do you really think I need support if I wanted to get rid of you? I hate to break it to you, but you're no Morgan Blackhand. V, I'm gonna come out and say it. You failed as an FIA-associated operative. You failed me, Alex, Myers, hell, maybe even yourself.
Whoa, no holds barred, huh? Reed,
In spite of that, here we are, watching a ball game, talking. Do you know why?
'Cause you need my help again?
Don't kid yourself. The FIA has you tagged as a compromised asset. If Myers people ever knock on your door again, either run or start shooting.
So what's this about?
You were right. I wanted to tell you in person. You were right, V.
Shit, wasn't expecting that.
I'm not surprised. V, I almost lost everything because of you.
Fuck, Reed.
Don't talk. Just listen. I lost partners, friends, the trust of my superiors. Everything I believed in, built my life on, gone in seconds. All because I believed you'd help me save Somi.
Know how it feels to have your world flip upside down. Also know that a flip like that makes change easier. Think you needed it, Reed.
That's why I said I think you were right. I got nothing to lose now. I might be able to gain something for once, though. All because of you, or thanks to you. Not sure which is more fitting.
Myers must be livid.
Even if she is, she hides it well, behind a toothy smile. She has direct lines to Night City's biggest players. Hanson's dead, and shit's about to go down in Dogtown. She's already convinced Congress the mess in Night City was targeted, controlled, and, ultimately, a resounding success. They'll award her a second Purple Heart. She'll accept in a teary-eyed speech in which she's sure to remind everyone that Kennedy only got one.
And that's why I hate politics. And so me? Any idea? Gonna get some funeral at least?
Somi's been dead for years, officially. There's a grave in Calvary, New York, with her name on it. We actually went there once. Song, Alex and me. We laid flowers, dripped some whiskey on the grave. No need to imagine her. She was right there.
I'm sorry.
In any case, they'll never put former FIA agent Songbird in the ground. Groom Lake is a facility. They're extracting all they can, but it's all the same to her now.
Huh. Myers only pretended she'd take care.
No, she did. She is. Just in her own way. Only way she knows how.
So, what'll you do now? Plans, schemes, what?
Washington beckons, likely for a stern audience with Her Majesty, then relegation to a desk at Langley. Maybe scribbling on whiteboards, flipping through slides, feeding fresh recruits horseshit, among other humiliations. They already booked me to Red Eye, NC to DC direct.
Plan to get on it?
Good question. Should I?
Langley? Shit. Sounds like more punishment. 7 years sleep wasn't enough? Gonna let him keep sweeping shit under the rug?
That's the job. It's thankless. The very nature of it.
Still making excuses for him, huh?
Them, maybe. Not for myself. Not anymore.
What's the plan, then?
I don't know what I'll do. And I'm all right with that. Forgot how that felt, but I really fucking missed it. So thanks.
Well, best of luck, Reed. Could use some, you know?
Take care, V. I'm gonna hang back a little.
Motherfucker's skacking!
Он нам ща импланты заключит!
God, I feel sick. Don't like this at all. This porcelain bitch is the worst kind of news.
I know. I'll be careful.
Not exactly one of your strong suits. Listen, first sign of trouble, we Delta. She emptied the place. Shit. Fucking busboys here must make a killing in tips.
Thanks for meeting me.
Of course, V. And I thank you. Before we discuss details, I feel I owe you an explanation. I must tell you why I changed my mind and wish to help.
Weren't sure of anything. If you could trust me, You knew?
All the board members knew. Not one soul even slightly
You knew, but didn't do a thing about it.
My father had flaws.
Ties that bind.
Yes, family. I was to be its heart, to uphold life, ensure continuity, stability, never to oppose it.
Huh. Guess Yorinobu's instructions were a little different.
Yorinobu raised his hand against our father, but he is an Arasaka. He is family. I do not expect you to understand. I wish you merely to know I do not oppose my brother willingly. That it is difficult.
Mm-hmm. He's your brother. It's been hard. It'll be hard. Let's say I get that. What changed your mind?
We received a warning during the parade. Security protocol. They grew yet great.
Yorinobu was...
It will... Did you bring some...
Finger on the trigger. Don't say a word.
Seem on edge. Something got you spooked?
I don't know. 3 times now that AB has flown by.
Think someone might have tailed you?
We must not get distracted. Did you bring Soul Killer?
Take me for a fool. Think I'd fall for that? Got plans to walk out of here alive.
Had I any ill intentions, I would have chosen a side far more discreet than this. We are here because I know how to save your life. I can lead you to Mikoshi.
Meaning? Mikoshi don't exist in real space.
Yet its access points do, and one is very near.
Where?
Here in Night City, beneath Arasaka Tower.
We ought to leave. Right now.
Wanna leave?
What gave you that idea?
Quit butting in so I can hear her out.
This is gonna be a disaster.
Sit. We have little time.
And you'll help me in exchange for...
My brother.
You catch a whiff of that? Smells like shit. Careful not to step in it.
He must be made to take responsibility for his deeds.
Sounds like you want to avenge dead old Dad.
I want the Arasaka Corporation to know the truth.
How you plan to do this?
Yorinobu.
花子様、そろそろご自宅にお戻りいただいて。
すぐに済むわ。Yorinobu will soon call a meeting of the board. Representatives of all factions are expected to attend. The perfect moment for them to learn the circumstances of my father's death. I will get you into this meeting, and you will testify against my brother.
Testify? Listen, mind if I'm straight with you?
Help me get rid of Yorinobu. I will help you get rid of the construct.
Want me to throw Yorinobu under the bus in front of Arasaka top brass? Call me crazy, but that sounds like fucking suicide.
This I know. And that is why we will take all the necessary precautions.
Like, such as?
You will see.
Don't like this at all. Sounds like you want to use me.
No. I simply offer you an opportunity.
Not the first to try.
But what if I am the last? You cannot take that chance.
Let's fly the fuck out of here.
V, do you feel all right?
Huh?
You are bleeding.
Fuck.
It seems you are running out of time. Don't delay. Make your decision.
I'll think it over.
You could use some air. Right now. I warned you.
What are you doing?
Shit, you could be hours from it now, V. And you can't stand on your own 2 feet. Well, I'm good to go. Body listens to me. See what I'm getting at?
Of course I can see. You want me to hand over the keys.
I want to save your life. Pop some pseudo-endotrizine, scooch, and let me get behind the wheel. I'll get us to fucking Mikoshi.
Yeah? How exactly?
Without that porcelain cunt's help, that's for damn sure.
Don't stand a chance without help.
Right about that. But that's why I'll bring Rogue. She's not rusted through just yet. Plus, she owes me.
Maybe she'd have stuck her neck out for you half a century ago, but now, I don't see it.
I'll convince her. After all, we know a thing or two about ops like this. We'll blast our way into Sokka Tower, just like we did back in the day. Then find the way inside Mikoshi. It's our only chance.
Do I even need you? I could ask Rogue myself.
Won't take a risk this big with someone she still sees in merc diapers. With me, it'd be just like old times.
What about Pan Am? She offered help.
Listen, I know you and Pan Am got a thing going. I get it. I do. But that's what makes it such a shitty idea. You don't want to rope her into this. Made the same mistake myself once. You don't want those people involved, their lives on the line, possibly on your conscience. Our one hope is sin at the afterlife right now, and her name is Rogue.
Rogue. I don't know. You honestly think it could work?
With her experience, her resources, her connections. Won't find anyone better in NC.
Johnny.
It's gotta work. We breach the tower. Alt cracks open Mikoshi. Then I fuck up that. Great, you checking out again?
What? Am I?
No, it's not what you think. Not yet, anyway.
Easy there. Don't move just yet.
Vic?
You're in pain, I know. Delirious when you arrived, so I had to dose you with beta-haloperidol. But light oversensitivity's a good sign. Means your optic nerves aren't damaged.
My head.
Almost done stabilizing the biochip.
Feels like...
Someone's using your head as a knife block?
How? How'd I get here?
Dragged yourself here, beat to hell and back. Gave Misty a hell of a fright. Then you shoved my patient at the time off the table and demanded you be treated immediately.
Tell him it was your guardian angel.
Huh?
I, wasn't completely myself.
Yeah, I know. And that's a bit worrying.
Just give it to me straight, Vic.
You've come to a critical juncture. Try sitting up, carefully.
I'll try. I think I'm getting some feeling back. Ah!
Just slowly.
Another victory for the history books. If you got something to say, Vic, just say it.
How much longer is this going to go on?
You tell me.
Looking at you, not long at all. Next attack, you won't be able to crawl back here. You'll flatline in some back alley. This is your last chance to take matters into your own hands. Understand?
I know, Vic. I'll try. Soon.
No. You'll do it now. Now, see that setup over there?
Yeah? What about it?
You'll find the last dose of pseudo-endotrizin there. A gift from Misty. Want to give in to the voices in your head? Go ahead. Take a puff. Go silent. Get out. Or find another way. End things on your own terms. Got a little present for me over there, too. Blockers. Manage to walk those few yards to the table. The rest will be up to you, and you alone.
You heard him. We've got one last chance. I'm taking the wheel. Endotrizine, Rogue, Sokka Tower. Only way this is gonna work.
Enough, Johnny. I just gotta think about it. Need to stretch your noodle? Fine.
Just
not in this basement.
V, Christ, you're talking out loud.
Out loud? What?
Just go fix this thing.
Think I can do it.
Whatever you decide. Let's make sure to get out of here first.
Say, who won the bout?
Oh, so you heard that.
Did he get up? Walsh, was it?
No, never does.
Meaning?
It's a rerun. One I'd like to go back to.
Why'd you get so mad then? If you already knew who won.
Oh no, really. Guess I like to think about where Walsh might have tripped up.
Any theories?
Entering the ring against a stronger opponent, but feels a little strange to call that a mistake.
Can't thank you enough for all you've done, Vic.
Only wish I could have done more. Go on now. I want to close up. Take the meds and do what you gotta do, V.
Thanks, Vic. I will. And you hang in there, too.
Good luck, kid.
Hey, V, I heard. Well, your thoughts?
Shouldn't have had to. Sorry about that.
No need to be...
Sure.
Don't...
And Jackie.
You'll see. Top floor. He had the same glum face.
Who, Jack?
This is it, Chica. I'm done for.
Doesn't sound like the Jackie I knew.
That was a long time ago. His mom had just found out he'd signed up with the Valentinos. Trust me. Senora Wells on one shoulder, your gang Chumbas on the other. No choice can ever seem right.
Mm-hmm.
Life wasn't easy for my Jackie.
Ah, that's more like it. Air.
He found the courage to bet on himself. After I brought him here. See that? I come here when I need to get away. Be alone with my thoughts.
She's on to something. Ought to sit, mull through some shit yourself.
Be alone with my thoughts. Near on unachievable these days.
Take your time.
Fucking scared me, know that? Thought you were on your way out.
No, I'm still here.
For now. You know, should call anyone you want to say goodbye to.
Worst case...
No. But what... Just fucking...
I'm calling Pan Am.
Pan Am.
Just want to hear her voice.
Sure as hell hope it's that and only that.
Hey.
Pan Am, hey.
Do you know what time it is?
Won't keep you long. Just... wanted to hear you.
You picked an interesting hour for it. B? Okay, what's going on?
Something I gotta do today. Gonna be high risk, big time, but I have to.
What is it?
It's not for comms. Not really.
Then shut up and tell me where you are. In the city?
Yeah.
Okay, then plant your butt somewhere and wait. I'm on my way.
You don't get it. I can't wait anymore.
This has something to do with what you were telling me before?
It does.
Well, I'll say one thing. There's always a way out. Here's what you need to do. You need to take a few deep breaths. Then rethink all this. Hard. And then you can call me back. Do you know why? Because I am here for you.
But...
End of discussion.
Well played.
Wouldn't let me get a word in edgewise.
Probably for the best. Would have said too much anyway. Was good you called. Wish I'd have had the chance to. Come a long way to get here, haven't we? Just think. It all started in a fucking landfill.
Mm-hmm. Then you tried to kill me.
See exactly what I mean. Trying to save your sorry hide now. You can let me do that. Or you can try Pan Am and her tarmac rats. But then their lives will weigh heavy on your soul. Or you take Arasaka's deal, but then you'll have your own soul on your conscience.
Think you ought to go with Rogue. Two of you together got the best shot.
You absolutely sure? No going back on this, you know.
There is another option, you know.
What?
We put all this, the pills, everything, to bed.
If we don't try something, anything, we're both doomed.
Okay, not my best idea ever. Forget I mentioned it. Think you ought to go with Rogue. Two of you together got the best shot.
You absolutely sure? No going back on this, you know.
You're up, Johnny. I trust you. Take the wheel. Just, go easy on us, yeah?
Thanks, V. I'll get us through this. You'll see. See you on the other side.
Even if I gotta burn this whole fucking city down.
Look who...